All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
You're going to enjoy the demonstration right now because I'm excited what Ryan's about to do.
Oh yeah, nice. So you all see on my screen, right?
100.
So if you notice how we defended with our typical sort of back five with our midfield pivot, right? So we kind of defended in a 3-4-1-2 or a 5-2-1-2, right? Like this, right? But I found it was so impressive that even for being here for 5 days training, that this midfield trio alternated between being this pivot and a midfield trio, where it would be a 3-5-2 with Kova as the CDM, Ziyech as the LCM, and Loftus-Cheek as the RCM. And with this, it changed up the tactics a little bit. If you all didn't notice, we didn't usually, when we have a midfield pivot, we aim to build play from the side, creating a diamond like such, right?
Yeah.
But so we would progress the ball through here. But it was different when we set up in the 3-5-2, because all of a sudden we had two options between the lines. We had Ziyech and Loftus-Cheek between the lines. So that made the ball players such as Rudiger, Kovacic, Chalobah, Zuma, they had free reins to hit the ball between the lines to these two players here. And that's where we integrated so well, because Ziyech and Loftus-Cheek showed really great understanding of their surroundings. They didn't.
And just to interject as well, before you carry on as well. By the way, hi, Sadiq, my man, is here. We'll talk about that very soon. But just to interject, Ryan, the two players, Zuma, Rudiger, and even Chalobah at times, they were trying to find those passes, as you said, straight to Ziyech and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And the great thing was, Kovacic followed, like the way you're doing right now. Kovacic followed because they would literally one-touch pass it back to him, so then Kovacic could then find the openings behind them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously, like that's why it's so important to have ball players being in the defensive midfield and the back three, because they would basically interchange and make space for each other. We'd see Chalobah a lot trying to find that brave pass, which I really commend him for, because he's really trying not to only be a sideways player. And that was very nice to see. But yeah, we always had that passing option between the lines here. And what I like about these two players is, even though they have the ability to turn and drive forward, they were always aware of not only the surroundings, their wide players up top, but they were aware of it, played off each other. When Ziyech received the ball, he always looked to either Loftus-Cheek or the front two here. And same with Loftus-Cheek, when he received the ball, other than driving forward, he always looked to here or his surroundings, and it made for a really fluid counter-attacking football. And back to Loftus-Cheek is that, we based and pride ourselves on counter-pressing than counter-attacking forward. What a better player to have. Is there any other better player to drive forward than Loftus-Cheek?
Man, he's blockbuster. I know a lot of people praise Kovacic the way he drives, but there is nothing like the beast Ruben when he drives, man. He literally bumps players off his body and opens things up. And I'm just hoping for that end product to come in where he can start putting players through, or where he can drive even very further up at the edge of the box and just scream in a shot. But
Amiz, I want you to think about the potential this has. Like, if Tuchel really wants to have his wing backs up, obviously not Pulisic, and we'll have Chilwell. But think about the tactical side of having Ziyech, player who can play in the midfield, but he could also play wide. Then and think about this as Jorginho, right? Let's just make Jorginho here, out of respect for this guy with Kante, right? And then I won't change everybody else because we need to go back to the game. But it produces a lot of options for even a player like Ziyech to drop here. I did that Inter Milan thread where we'd see a player like Barella. He was on the right, but he used to take up that position as a wide midfielder even though he was a central midfielder, to allow Hakimi, the wing back, to get forward. And this is the same thing just on the left hand side. And then we could see a player like we could see Jorginho here, and we could see a player like Werner drop in here, and we could see CHO getting behind, Havertz getting behind. All of a sudden, all right, wing back again behind,
He's
and we would have
absolutely free.
a formidable attack, and that what having a 3-5-3 with Ziyech does, and having a Jorginho who could be that anchor, not only a great ball player, but somebody who could allow the freedom of Kante and Ziyech. Because today, Kovacic, I didn't want to judge him too much because he was playing this Jorginho role, which is not his role. Kovacic is extremely good at being that ball carrier like Kante or Loftus-Cheek. But it just goes to show that if we could get overlapping wing backs like a Pulisic, we could be able to make the most out of Ziyech. But it then begs the question, Mason Mount, he has to come back into his team somehow.
Absolutely. And just to interject, because I'll go to watch Chelsea very, very soon after this one. Do you remember, Ryan, just literally last week when we got together and we said, how could Ziyech adapt in this formation? And we didn't show on that. And we literally said the way to adapt Ziyech in this formation is you need overlapping wingbacks. You need wingbacks that are just going to drive in, and then Ziyech plays in that either side. He could actually be on the left or the right. So you can flip Kante on that side. You can flip Ziyech on this side. But I think Ziyech being on that side, on the left, is very, very crucial, because one-touch passing with his left foot, we saw literally several times he opened up Werner, and he can even find that diagonal pass to the other winger on the right side. So very, very amazing, man. We will continue talking about this. Well, Charles, my man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Listen, I just come by just quickly, just say hi and all that, man, because I'm really impressed with this analysis stuff. I was listening before I joined, actually. So big up to Top 4 Tactics and Ishan and Miz, obviously. So I just came to say hello, man. That's all.
Nice, bro. I love you, man.
Love you, man.
Run up the lights, man. Run up the lights, subscribe, send in super chats, all that good stuff. Support this amazing content. You're not going to see anything on my channel just arguing. You know what I mean? So subscribe to the thing, man. That's what I was saying.
Love you, man. Love you. Thank you so much, Worldwide Charles. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just get back to this conversation. As you heard, Worldwide Charles, let's smash the like button. Literally so close to 100 likes. Let's get those lights up. I can see Haji in the live chat as well. He must be buzzing with Tammy's goal. We will talk about Tammy very, very soon. But yeah, Ryan, like, I think you're onto something here, and something we touched on, as I said last week. This whole Ziyech situation playing in midfield and in this formation that you've set up, oh my God, I think this could be unbelievable. But yes, there is that small factor of where do you fit Mason in this whole situation?
And
Ryan, you gotta check your DM, and Chilwell and James might be knocking on your doors and saying, "Hey, bro, even I'm there in the squad."
I mean, essentially, Chilwell and CHO shouldn't be on that side, so it should be Chilwell, and then really on Pulisic's side, it could be CHO or it could be Reece James. So,
and I think so. Where Ziyech is, or maybe Loftus-Cheek is, one of the players could go to Mason Mount, right?
But it begs the question, like, would Tuchel decide to take off the handbrakes on his back three? Because I still feel that, the back three is really good, but we don't make full use of it. Like, as you say, we didn't really make use of all this, what could happen, and then this, that could probably happen, like what we talked about last week, and this and that. We don't do that. And I think that for some reason, I feel that would we ever take off the handbrakes and go to a back four? Because this same tactics could work in a back four. If you all will allow me just to do it for 2 minutes.
Yeah, go on, bro. We're loving it, man. Look at what VJ just said. The only channel to have a dedicated analyst right there.
Yeah. Nice. Well, is that VJ you said?
Yeah, VJ Praveen Kumar just said that.
VJ,
the only channel
bro,
to have.
we appreciate it. I just stole in here, so I'll just talk to VJ while I stole. VJ, bro, I hope you're enjoying the show. You're having a good time. And Yeah.
But I love that Caribbean accent, man. It's awesome. I hope the live chat's enjoying this Caribbean accent.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that this same tactics could unfold in a 4-4-2 diamond or a 4-3-1-2 as such. I mean, the tactics would basically be the same, just remove that third center back and we allow Mount to get a more prominent role in attacking midfield, where we could always turn back to Mount roaming anywhere on the wing, any wing, dropping deep anywhere. He would have that free role to be when he
And
wants
you know
to be.
what? That's not any different to what Mount does now, which we talked about last week as well, where he literally, it looks like he's inside forward, but he's not. He drops deep in midfield. He goes into the wings area. So it wouldn't be any different to what he does now.
And it also brings up a thing that Mason Mount is not only attacking midfielder. Like, you know how if we had Kai as a AM, we wouldn't want Kai getting down here, right? But with Mason Mount, he's a central midfielder too, because he's just great at everything. So
yeah, pretty much.
So we could alternate our tactics, or we could have even things like this. We could have Ziyech being released from a more wide role. Now we have Werner and Havertz getting to the box. Now then we'd have like Chilwell overlapping. Now Ziyech could have free reign to send balls wherever he wants. You would have a player like Kante or Loftus-Cheek and the other fullback supporting. I know it's a risk you're looking at. Wow, you only have 2 defenders and 1 DM, but I mean that's how most attacking teams in the back four do it. I mean, you learn to defend. You know what I mean?
And this is the other reason that, Ryan, you said the other week as well, and I kind of agreed. That's probably why we're looking at someone like the profile of Declan Rice, who can play that Marquinhos role. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be true because you would basically have Jorginho. On paper, Jorginho would be, exposed. But then again, we need to think about that for most of Jorginho's career, he played in a 4-3-3 as that role. So he flourished in it in Italy with one of the best players. So if defenders could defend, we could stop thinking about adding more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
if you have a Leonardo Bonucci and Chiellini, then there shouldn't be an issue,
man. But I feel like this is really something. We have the personnel to do a 4-1-3-2. And it's all up to Tuchel if he's going to remove the handbrakes. I think he could do it because he used this formation in Mainz or whatever. He used this formation of a 4-1-3-2. And a lot of managers did. Allegri used it when he had Pogba, Marquinhos, Pirlo, and all those, Vidal. And then also Zidane used it when he had Kroos, Modric, and all those guys, Casemiro, and all of those, and Isco. So a lot of managers use this really good. But the question is, would we? And it would also reduce this strain on Werner to score 25, 26 goals. All of a sudden, you have 2 midfielders, and if Loftus-Cheek is there, 3 midfielders who could score goals, along with wing-backs who could send crosses. That's something that, we could potentially do instead of having Werner having to score 30 a season.
Yeah, man, this has been brilliant, man. That's exactly what I saw in the first half as well. I'm pretty sure Sean saw that, and obviously, Ryan, you've definitely seen that, and it's something to think about because with Ziyech and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I'm not advocating that this is how it's going to be now. Obviously, Kante will play, Jorginho will play, but this is definitely an option to exploit for next season as well. Something to think about where you can use Ziyech and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. All right.